is up,
Whoa.
people?
What's going on? Bad Batch.
What's going on? What's going on, studs?
What's going on, studs?
Studs. Oh, that's an M&R thing. All right.
Yeah.
I'll post in.
Sorry.
I'll post in Discord.
Quick little M&R joke.
Thank you.
It's
Hello.
It's Bad Batch
Hello.
season. We're back to a Star Wars show. It didn't take too long this time.
The origin,
Yeah,
Ben's
this-
origins on the
this
channel.
is-
We're
this
back.
This is a Battlefront 2 stream.
Yeah,
guys.
definitely.
It's in the cards. It's in the cards. We're doing one soon.
We
I
saw
swear
it.
it.
In the,
I just
in the
downloaded.
cauldron.
I just re-downloaded it. I'm itching for a little gameplay. Anyways,
Hello, Dimes. Hello, Chad. Good to see you in the chat there. Talking Bad Batch. Now, Chad, I'm curious to hear
Talking Bad
Chad's thoughts. Chad's been,
In the chat.
he wasn't a fan as much as we were at Andor, but I know that he's a big Bad Batch fan. He's got the hot toys. He's into Star Wars
he a batch
animation.
head.
So I want to know what his vibe are. His vibes. Yeah, look at this, and then you got the other side.
Can I blame you? Can I blame you? No.
Why not both?
Why not?
But why not both?
Why not
I will
both?
say
Andor
that. But why
every
not
night.
both? That's right.
Yeah, so we got season 2, episode 1, the spoils of war, and then the other thing of war.
What was the other one?
Something
Just
of war.
The war something?
Something
like
of war.
It's
Like the
It's
Tech-
both of war. I know they're
Tech-
both
the
of
Tech
war.
goes ham episode.
yeah, Tekko's
Yeah,
baller
Tekko's
episode.
nuts.
Balls to the walls.
Which is
Spoils
good
of war.
because I remember.
To me, they're one episode. But, anyways,
Yeah, they
I know I've
were
said that.
pretty good.
Ruins of War. There it is.
Loved it.
Ruins of
Yeah,
war.
that's how I felt.
Loved it.
Let's see. I loved it too. I've had a chance to rewatch
That was
only
good.
one of the episodes.
Oh, Levi.
Well, I've had a
You
busy day.
disappoint me. You disappoint me.
Well, he's had a whirlwind of a day,
I've had a
so
busy
that's
day,
all we'll leave it at.
So I was
yeah.
only able to watch like 20 minutes of the first ep. I watched the first ep this morning.
Do you guys see the Spider-Man cutout I have back here?
Very
Nice.
cool. Thank you. There's no H in your background, and that's very disappointing.
No
How am I-
H. I can
how am
get
I
it
supposed
though.
to know?
You want me to get it?
That's okay. You can get Johnny's gonna get the H. Anyway, so I've rewatched the first episode. The second episode still. I mean, I watched it last night, so it's still pretty fresh in my mind. But if anything, I've only improved on it. Maybe moved up from like an 8 to an 8.5 permanently for across the board. Maybe an 8.7. Definitely not a 9, but
Yes.
strong 8.
Moving
Love
up.
We all watched it last night together. Me, Levi, and Gibbs here. But I'm excited to see what Dylan thinks of it.
I was dreaming
yeah,
about
Dylan,
it.
would you?
Yeah.
You were dreaming about it?
I was dreaming about it, and then I
Okay,
woke up and watched
okay.
it.
Yeah. And
Talk about this in a second.
What?
I don't know. I
I'll answer that
really
in a second, guys.
Okay,
I
1 second.
expected to come in liking it, although my hype for Bad Batch has been like a little low. Not that I dislike the first season or anything, but I don't know. Just coming off of Andor, not that I'm down on Star Wars, but I just knew it wouldn't top it. But
Good.
solid.
though.
Yeah, it's possible. It could happen. But
Never say never.
Solid way to start the season. I like where they show us right off the bat. They got their new designs and everything, and I don't know. New season. New season. Good.
You're right.
New
It's
New season good.
Well, Dylan,
Sorry,
speaking
I can't formulate my thoughts
But
right
speaking
now.
of Dylan,
okay.
and he will be able to formulate this thought, Dylan sort of has injected Uncharted into the All New Nerds, his fandom. And then here, Dimes is asking, rate
Into the
rank-
All New Nerds bloodstream.
he's
Rank
asking
Uncharted games.
Gibbs though, specifically.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
Have you
that's-
played all the games?
Well, I'm gonna say the only Uncharted I care about is the Tom Holland.
Tom
Tom Holland
Yeah.
movie.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
ranked
talking
that at the top in every. No, I'm just
I've only played a little bit of 3 and all of
yeah, I've
4.
only
I have
played
played all
2
of
and
them.
3, so
I
I
have played all
can't
of them.
I played the
rank them,
first
so
two.
Levi's really the right
Mhm.
guy. To
The
ask
movie's
here.
the
The
best.
Uncharted fan.
4 is awesome.
I remember
go like
loving
he said.
2 though. 2 I liked better than 3.
Yeah,
I go 4, Lost Legacy, 3, 2,
That's-
1.
So
Oh, Lost Legacy. That's right.
Oh
Uncharted
yeah, Lost
discussion.
Legacy. That's right.
it's like, oh,
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, no.
Most recent
I
one
didn't
is
even know that existed.
it's one of the best ones.
Well, it's a
awesome.
DLC, right?
It's a standalone game. It's its own game.
Yeah.
After 4, yeah. See, I didn't even know something came after 4.
Yeah, you play as Chloe.
too.
It's a Chloe and Nadine game. But Sam Drake is also in it. Spoiler.
Spoilers for the
Nathan-
for the
Nate
for the
Drake's
movie too.
All right, let's talk about
Yeah.
Bad Batch. Though.
Yeah, yeah. I want to hear
I
your
don't
guys'
care about
thoughts. 'cause
Okay,
I didn't see that.
loved it. No,
Gibbs.
loved it. When we watched it, I think I was probably the most up on it.
Yeah.
Me and Levi are probably pretty
Yeah.
similar. Watched it again today. Loved it even.
I was with you
more.
guys. Don't.
Bro, you
No,
said
I
don't
don't
make
7.
it sound like
You said
No,
7.
you
I said
motherfucker.
758. 758.
What
But
did
you guys had an
include
885.
If you include 7.5, Johnny, that's lower. Like You haven't
Either
seen
way,
it.
you were a whole
I
point.
feel like
lower.
you're alienating me. I feel
I am.
alienated.
Because I gotta defend my guy Ben here.
You were a
He's
whole
the
point. You were a whole
Yeah, you're a
point.
whole
down.
point lower. Come
You
on
guys
now.
were 885.
I was
But if you
8-5.
say- But if you say 7-5,
That's a whole point.
And
down.
seven-
758. 8.
it just
You can't have it both ways.
You
buddy.
can't have it both ways. If
You
you,
have to
include
pick
a
one.
7 in your range, 7 is what I'm putting on you.
Yeah, I agree. You have to
To
pick. You have to
me-
pick one, buddy.
It's
To
the low
me,
end.
and obviously this is a spoiler stream, the fact that Count Dooku's
Okay.
palace is in this episode already gives it a point above whatever
Pretty cool.
it already was. So
Sure.
Exactly.
All right, fine. Here we go. I'm gonna settle on a 8.
You didn't even let me finish. My God.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yo, watch it again today. Loved it even more. I see people talking a lot about how the plot is not moving forward. Brent, Age of Grogu, friend of the show. I don't know if you're here, Brent. I'd love to talk to you about this, but
He's
says
not here.
says the plot not moving forward. I'm sorry. I don't see how one could say that, and I see a lot of people this argument.
there's not a plot yet. It's the first episode.
No,
That's
but
the thing
but
as well.
but like all of the internal conflicts going forward in this season have been laid out perfectly, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Mostly
I would
Tech
agree.
and Echo, who did not get a whole lot last season,
I've already got
already on the forefront.
Huge complaint.
Probably
Yeah.
already have gotten as much as they did the whole season in just these episodes.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge complaint of the
Especially
first season was none of them.
Obviously,
Especially
more
this-
going forward. So
interacting with
Yeah.
Omega too, was a really important thing.
Yeah.
That was how you get the characterization of Hunter and even Wrecker, I'd say, in the first season. And this first couple episodes are proving we're gonna see Omega with Tech and Echo doing their thing. And we're gonna
Mhm.
I don't know, we're gonna get a lot more out of them. Them being
Yeah.
the fathers.
I also hear a
Yeah.
lot of people saying they're back on the Omega is annoying train. I don't know how you
Really?
guys feel about that. I've
Omega's
seen-
never been
I-
less annoying.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I think this was probably one of her best eps.
People are back on the oh, she's the worst train, which was the first few episodes of last season, and then I think people got over it pretty quickly.
different day, different.
What
day,
were the
same
complaints?
crap,
I
man.
feel like
She's
this is one of the
annoying.
best.
I agree.
The only
know, but
time,
I
and
guess
again,
to-
we'll get. Oh, I'm
Hmm.
glitching out here. One sec.
Dylan's
You're
having a
here.
feedback
There we go.
moment.
All right, sorry. The only time I was like, all right, this is a little annoying, and then they rectify it, and again, spoiler stream, and we'll do the breakdown, is when she disobeys
Spoilers.
orders or whatever to go get the
Yeah.
money, and I was like, okay,
Award
she's back
shit.
to her stuff. But then to draw that into her being like, oh, I feel bad that I ruined your guys' lives. I think that's awesome stuff. That's
Yeah, 'cause she-
Yeah,
She
sad,
overheard.
sad, but really good
She
story.
Yeah,
overheard
yeah.
Hunter and Wrecker.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Sad.
No, I particularly liked Omega in this episode, specifically.
I did too. Well, I
So I
love sort of towards the end of the episode where we see her sort of go back to her room, and she's just sort of sitting
Mhm.
there with her
Yeah.
head in her
Mhm.
hands,
dang.
and it's like
However-
you realize she's still a child. This is
She's,
still,
true.
she's cuddling Lola.
I know
I
this
feel
is
like-
still
Yeah.
a little kid, and
They're setting up
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
even
even-
Ahsoka type deal where it's yeah, she's a little annoying finding her footing at first, and then we're eventually gonna see this character, and I think she's in a much better place than Ahsoka was with the fan base when these two characters both started. But yeah,
Well-
I think in the future, Omega's gonna be a really impactful character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Still not in love with the hat, but
Yeah,
we'll
this guy's
see.
anti-hat.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude is
I'm not
anti-hat.
huge on the hat. I'm not huge
Oh.
on the redesign, honestly.
Oh man,
I like the actual suit of it, but I
It's
don't like
grown
the-
on me a lot since.
Clearly, it's
Helmet.
a completely personal opinion, but it's still just
It's
it,
true.
it baffles me that people are you
I
guys
don't think it's
too,
a
are down on it.
baffling thing.
It's
I
baffling.
like.
What's going on, Brent?
How is it baffling?
It-
Hi, Brent.
Because everything to me, objectively, color scheme wise, just works better. Except
I
for
don't-
Wrecker. Except for Wrecker.
I don't agree with all that though.
I don't know if I
Okay,
agree with
you don't have
Ben's
to.
stance, but I do agree that it grew on me a lot, and I'm now a fan.
No, and
I'm firmly
I was
into
even
like
saying it last night. Yeah,
No,
I was saying it last
it's
night.
It's a completely
It-
subjective thing, but
because I remember when we saw the picture of all of them originally, and I was like, I think
I was
most
down
of
with
us,
No,
if not
I
all of us,
loved
were
it.
like,
I
mm.
loved it. Don't bring me
Orange!
down.
Then it was at least us three were like, oh, what is this? Oh, orange.
No, and all the way right from
That's
that,
what it was like.
that very day, I was
I know,
was
you're
like, I don't
fighting for it.
understand. I've been
Yeah,
fighting. for
okay,
it.
and I appreciate it. I'm definitely up on it since that.
Omega and
so.
Hunter
me too.
absolutely have like Hunter has just gone up 3
Hunter's
tier-
cool. Yeah.
Hunter's gone from a B tier outfit to S tier outfit. So
Okay, I don't know about that, but
I don't
Yeah,
know about
okay.
that, but okay.
what I will say is
I do know
to,
about that.
to Dylan's point about Omega. Yeah, this is the twin sister of Boba Fett, and if she makes it for another 10 years in the timeline, you're gonna have an equivalent Boba Fett kind of character, and that could do a lot.
One would hope.
So
It
you know,
is the
imagine
truth.
that. Imagine old Omega. Like we're seeing her as a child now, but mid-20s Omega could be a badass character.
I don't know. Maybe we will get her in a Boba season 2.
Maybe we'll see a live
hope.
action.
Do you remember that-
Omega
remember that was a-
speculated
Yeah,
for
I know. It was
season
a
one.
big.
That was a
Yeah.
big theory for last season.
My mind.
I
I
was-
was like, oh, Omega? Question mark.
I mean,
I mean,
here's
I-
to hoping Boba for this season, even. Like, I don't know.
I
Yeah,
was thinking
we'll see.
about that. I was
hope.
thinking about
I hope.
that on not specifically the Boba thing, but Omega in live action on my walk
Yeah.
home from school today, like 10 years ago. What?
Sorry,
I
it's
just
just funny.
shed like a little
Just the
Levi. I
way-
think about
Why is
Star
that
Wars.
funny?
I don't know.
It's a little funny. I don't know why. It's just a little funny.
Why?
Well,
I picture like a kid walking
schoolboy.
I know.
outfit,
I
like
picture you in
eating apple.
elementary school.
It's walking home from
With your
class.
Star Wars backpack.
Come on, man. I didn't. What I said wasn't that crazy.
All right, continue.
All right,
Anyway.
go ahead.
On my way back home, I'll just say in
Oh,
transit.
the goat.
I was, shut up. I was thinking about live action Star Wars and how 10 years ago, almost now, Ezra. I would have never thought Ezra would ever be in live action, and now it looks
Yeah.
like we're gonna see a character like that in live action. Almost 10 years later, a live action version of Ezra Bridger. And so Omega now, I was like, is it really out of the question that we'd ever see her in live action? I don't think it is. Like,
No, not at all.
since Disney took over, they are really, you know,
I expect
there's no limits. There are no limits
To see the
to
Bad
what,
Batch
what
in
can
my
cross
life.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope one day. I mean,
One day.
I know this is kind of a far-fetched thing, but I mean, like, hopefully, you know, depending on where the Batch's story goes on this season, we could even possibly even see maybe some of them in Andor. You know, if we get how close we get to the rebellion.
Let's see how long these
Um,
characters
and
live.
see
too, or
those
how much
reactions.
of them live.
I don't think.
And that's
I
what
don't
I'm
think-
saying. I thought I
Trent,
said. That's what I'm
someone's
saying.
going
I said
down at the
depending
end of
on
season 1.
how the
I
season goes.
I'm
I
hoping
don't
the
think
Bad
any of them
Batch
make
make
that
an
long.
appearance in Jedi Survivor. I've been saying this
We'll
for a
see.
while now, but
Before we get into like a little
That
like,
too. That could be great. Yeah.
breakdown style thing, how do you guys think this compares to the first season premiere?
Oh, first season's
Are
obviously.
you guys
better.
up on
First
it?
I
season's
liked it,
obviously
yeah,
better.
Better.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. I
but
agree.
that's because
Great eps though. Great eps though.
Yeah, it's not really comparable.
In fact, the first season's
Times you're gonna get
premiere-
Johnny. You're gonna get
Yeah.
Johnny fighting you. He loves Force
My
of the Dead.
favorite Star Wars show.
Johnny's like, I
which I
forgot
actually
this
just
even
discovered
existed.
last
Yeah.
week. I did. It's not a very like. It's not a crazy thing that I said. It's like not a very like memorable piece of Star Wars. I feel like.
No,
but
but
it's
I'm
good.
saying
I like it.
it's a full turnaround. You didn't even know it existed, and now you're the biggest Forces of Destiny guy I know.
was a Disney.
Am I? Okay. I guess so. It's
The,
good, dude.
um,
It's cool.
I hope so,
Anyways.
Anchorman.
I
Some
feel
good
like the
eps.
first season premiere was so good, it almost set like an unnecessary expectation for the rest of the first season, at least in my opinion. And I like the first season, but I do agree
Yeah.
that I do think that
Yeah.
those first 2 episodes were like some of the best from the show or from the season
Yeah,
itself.
it was one episode about the length of 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
Because
Yeah,
it was
that's what
like 70 minutes, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 74
over an
minutes, I
hour.
believe.
But
Yeah.
just seeing the trailers of season 2 and what we saw in these first 2 episodes, I'm like super excited for the rest of the season. See
Yeah.
where we go with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I've heard a lot of people say that, but I think a few of the Bad Batch season 1 episodes are better episodes to me than the first episode.
Yeah, I think some of them are too. I just think those are some of the top episodes.
Sure,
of the
sure.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, wait till we get to the Cody's story, and I imagine
Gungi?
Gungi and
I think Gunji's Gunji.
I think
I think
Gunji's
Gungi's Gungi.
Well, I don't know, I do
anyways,
like. I like this. I think the last
that
premiere,
guy.
What? Okay, I think the last premiere was
Gunji.
better. But
Yeah.
oh, did he pop up? I didn't even see. Like my brain has like eliminated him. Like Ben has done so many of those pop-ups that what's going on?
Whoa,
right now?
what?
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
What is
sorry.
going on?
Sorry.
I haven't even.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, sorry. You broke my brain right there.
I know Levi's been interrupted like 20 times already.
I'm gonna go, yeah, my day, man. I'm already so scatterbrained today. But I think that this is even though I think that Aftermath is a better episode than this premiere, I think that this premiere is a stronger start for the season, if that makes any sense. I think this sets a higher, because this to me read like an infested, quote unquote, of the last season, where this is it's not like a super broad impact on the story, but we're developing the characters. But I think this is a much better version of an episode like that, and so it sets the bar higher for the whole season. And I think we know from the trailers that and the show in general from season 1 that it can reach, pretty high heights. And so even with something as low stakes as this in the grand scheme of things, I think it bodes well. Because what is so funny? What is going on?
Sorry.
It's a cursed ass stream right
I
now.
don't know. Johnny's just laughing up in the corner.
Yeah,
like
you're
Joker.
Joker.
It's
You're
because-
We got
Dylan.
Joker here.
What did I do?
Joan
he didn't do anything.
Joan taking a sip of water. That's funny stuff.
Johnny,
guys.
No, you're he's messing me up. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways.
I don't know. That's an interesting point you make because
No,
I mean, episode 1 of season 1, like literally, like gave us introduced us to the characters, at least of Omega. We obviously met the rest of them in season 7 at Clone Wars, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's an interesting debate. I'd have to think about it a little more. Maybe watch the episodes one more time, but very
What are you
solid.
laughing
start.
at?
I don't know.
I'm not.
He is.
are.
This dude
I'm just
laughing.
smirking. Oh my god.
This dude laughing up there. It's true.
Messing with me.
All right, but
Okay,
let-
let's
let's-
I'll admit, I
oh.
was looking at a picture of Gunji, and I was literally like laughing just thinking about it popping up. But I'm not trying to derail the stream or anything. I'm not.
Hey, but Gunji's on topic,
Don't-
so
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
exactly. I had Gunji up.
we were hoping Gunji was going to show up in this episode.
Ep1? That would be a great thing.
I knew he wasn't, but
It has to be that episode. What do we think it was when we tribe?
Tribe.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the one that makes
Tribe.
sense.
Come on, it's Tribe. It's Gunji.
Tribe. It's Gunji.
What was that? Like 4?
Tribe
I think it's
equals
6.
Gunji.
6? Oh man, I gotta wait 5
You
weeks.
gotta wait
Weeks.
5
Or
weeks for
4
Gunji.
weeks.
It was
Put
6.
your Gunji level on ice.
4 weeks for
Um,
Gunji.
Well, we have 8 people watching now. Do we?
Yeah, I want to see.
do-
I want to see some ratings in chat. I want to see some. Give me some numbers.
That
Ratings in
seems
chat
like it.
and-
the numbers.
We can pull some,
Hey, Lisa.
some folks
Do we
on.
I'm
want to
gonna-
do an
I'm gonna-
expert analysis?
A little bit, yeah.
breakdown
We don't know.
while
We should
got
do
you, Leva?
I want to do an expert
Yeah,
analysis.
give me some favorite moments.
No,
There's
well,
a lot
okay.
of moments.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that too.
We can
Yeah,
do that
favorite
too.
moments.
Yeah,
but
let's do that first. No.
3 times. It was not a 3.
3.
Madman.
My guy.
Man, I
love it.
appreciate your Andor support,
Love-
Dons.
the
but
love for
when
Andor
it
is
comes to the
real.
expense of other Star Wars, man, that's where we don't
Part
agree.
ways.
Where we part ways.
Yeah.
Well, Brent, I always took it that Dooku's. It's like his getaway elevator. I don't know. He uses it in Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's used it. He used it in that app that Night Sisters go after him, right?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure
He-
because Asajj goes after him.
He's
and
done a
then
lot
I
of
think it's
goofy
in that
stuff.
room, and then he goes. Shoo.
There's-
Anyways,
That's at the beginning of. He does it multiple times. They use it multiple times. That's at the beginning of when he gets captured by Hondo. He crashes and Anakin and Obi-Wan are after him, and he's like in the ship and he like slips down into the hangar.
yes.
Dooku has multiple water slide getaway.
Yeah, Dooku's got water
installed.
slides in his.
And you
Dooku's
see
got the
it's,
whole
it's also
world.
it's also when Ventress trains Savage and like tries
Yes.
to use him to betray him, and they also use the water slide getaway in that episode as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. But hey, we
some
can
of
talk about Ronar. What's his name? Romar?
Ronar. Yeah.
Ronar?
The guy, the
Romar?
old man.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I know
yeah.
you're talking about.
No, I'm just trying to think of the name.
The
We
disgruntled.
kept saying it last night.
The kaleidoscope guy.
Yeah, disgruntled.
Kaleidoscope guy.
Count
Yeah,
Dooku.
loved it. Loved that he gave Omega the kaleidoscope. That was awesome.
Let me check the credits.
She
It's
kept
good.
it.
She's like, this
wonder-
is a toy. They make people happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what the heck?
She's like, oh, I don't know what
She's
this
like, what
is.
is like?
Romar.
Okay,
It's like a foreign thing.
It is a little goofy because she does have a toy. Her loofah is sort of like a toy. So
Lola?
Yeah, but
Well,
that's a
well,
much
sorry.
different kind of.
Yeah,
loofah.
but
No.
loofah
I
is
don't
that not what
Loofah?
What Wrecker
No.
I think-
calls
is
it?
Isn't
Lula.
Lufa like a
Lufa's how you
shower
clean
like
yourself,
yeah,
yeah.
like a
Yeah, loofah
like
like a.
a scrub?
A lula? I don't know.
Lola.
Same thing. I think
Oh,
there's a
Lula's
U
right.
in there, man. I think there's a
What
U
the-
in there.
Lula. Lola's Obi-Wan. Lula's the
Yeah,
droid.
Lula.
Bad
Lula, Bad
Lula.
Batch.
Lula. Yeah,
Lula.
Lula.
That's what I'm
Lula
saying.
Bad Batch.
I
You
was
said
saying,
Lufa.
You said loofah.
okay, but then I said no. I then I said
No,
Lula.
Levi was saying Lola.
I know.
I was saying there was a U.
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
Okay,
That's
we were,
really
we
not
were
a lot of
both,
part,
we were
right?
half right. Yeah, thank you, Chad. We were
Lufa.
half right. We were half right.
Thank you, Chad.
I like the idea that Omega has a loofah and she's like holding a little sponge.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's so funny. We're all laughing.
It is funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Anyways, though, that guy mostly just in episode 2. He didn't even show up in Ep 1, did he? Yeah. Yeah, he was just in Ep 2.
No, he just in 2.
Romar, yeah.
Good guy though.
Yeah,
I thought
you,
he was-
you were not. No, Ben was not with him at first. He was like, I don't trust this guy. I don't know
It's
what
'cause there
his
are like
intentions
2
are.
shots where like they're done with the conversation and then he does like a mischievous look at the camera.
Yeah,
I'm like,
oh,
what is
no,
up with this guy?
I think it was more of like a quizzical, like, man.
No,
these
I mean
films-
I know. Well, I mean,
I
after
didn't
watching
sense
the
any
episode,
evil intent.
I don't
No, I
think
was-
he's evil now.
I was thinking the same thing.
What did you
too,
think? He
I
was gonna be like
I think
Dooku?
he's
Dooku
gonna.
I
was,
thought
like,
he was still.
descendant of
I
Dooku?
thought he was gonna like turn him in or something.
Yeah, I
don't
thought he was
know.
gonna call the Empire and be like, "Yo, I got your boys."
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Well,
It's
anyway,
more of a joke than anything.
I liked what he represented. You know, the survivor of this bombing of Sereno, and
Yeah.
he's someone who, yeah, like Dooku was the richest man in the galaxy, but he exploited even his own people. He was the Count of Sereno, so he was technically their ruler. And that guy was, as he says to Tech, like, we were Serenian before we were separatists. Like, our history as a planet exists before your one purpose for existence, which was fighting us. Like this guy he's talking to was literally bred. The whole Bad Batch was bred to fight in this one war as part of a, as we know now, a broader like Sith conspiracy to control the galaxy. And this guy is like, man, I'm just trying to live my life. Like he's just living in a hut. And it's interesting to I think there's a
Hey,
there's
Brent
sort of
gets me. Brent gets it.
there's sort of a joke line where he says, so let me get this straight. Yeah, your clones who work for the Empire, which doesn't like, it used to be a republic which doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore, and it's a funny, like, I don't know, it's
Well,
cool.
but Tech
It's
is
literally
like,
like the tagline of the
Tech is like,
show.
you finally got it right.
Yeah, you finally got it right.
Yeah.
Meaning that he'd been
That's funny.
trying for quite some time. You know,
Yeah,
good
that's
stuff.
cool.
Good stuff. Let's talk about
I know.
I want to talk about Ep 1 a little bit though. I want to
Go ahead.
start
Okay.
with the Ep 1.
Yeah, I think we
What
gotta go
about
one too.
What
I
about
think
it?
we gotta work through it.
The rebels ship that I don't know what it's called, and Levi probably does.
Oh, the carrier,
yeah, the carrier.
Oh,
the
yeah,
transport. Yeah,
Awesome stuff.
the
Like, I lo-
the trade ship. Or, I don't know,
good
what-
action
Cargo.
sequence.
What do you call that?
sequence
Cargo
there.
carrier. Yeah.
Which, speaking
Yeah.
of which, that's the other day when I was with them, they were crapping on the As Morgan episodes, and that ship is heavily featured in the As Morgan
Hey,
Hondo.
I was not crapping on.
I was.
Yeah,
Who was?
yeah,
There was some
yeah,
serious- there was
yeah.
some
You were
serious
joining
crap
in.
going
Listen,
on.
all I was saying
I
is
love
that
that
when
episode.
As Morgan shows up, you know you're.
That's
getting
when
a
you
filler
know.
ep.
That's when
It's
you
like,
know.
I love those.
It's like,
man.
oh, it's As Morgan. Like, okay, this is a filler.
As
ep. And
Morgan, as
Not
Morgan
that the
Hondo
episodes aren't
goated.
good. Hey, I'm a Meilu run.
Meilu run.
run.
Halo run.
Run. Fanboy over here. Love that ep. Good ep.
Yeah.
So I can get down with a filler, you know, but when he shows up, you know. And
Okay,
Sid
yeah.
sort of like that in the show, but once again, not a bad thing.
They should do like a crossover show with Sid as Morgan, Wanda Sykes character Fee. Just do crap like that.
Yeah, just
Yeah. What do you think of Wanda
Roken?
Sykes character?
Throw in Roken from like Obi-Wan.
Throwing Roken, yeah, all the side quests, giving
Side
characters.
quest
Yeah,
character.
Did we like
mods.
Wanda Sykes character?
She was in it for like 1 second.
Was it
Fee?
Fee?
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
she
can't really
interacted
judge
with all of them though.
Trustworthy pilot.
She,
She's
she,
in it for,
she
like-
hit on Tech, which I think
Hit
is
on-
Yeah,
hilarious.
hit on Tech.
His
Yeah.
Tech is like he's like bald. Like
That
I
got
don't
no
know.
riz either.
Tech
Yeah.
got negative
Tech
riz.
is not Riz. Like
I don't know.
he's not the Riz.
I like how she calls them brown eyes, and they all clearly have brown eyes,
Yeah.
which is what he points out.
Okay, Brent, I
Yeah, I know.
imagine you're saying that you want Sid to move on, but I'm picturing a Sid movie now, and I'm with it.
A
So.
Sid movie.
Please, no.
I'm
Well,
gonna
it-
assume you want a Sid movie.
It kind of seems like Sid
Please,
is like
no.
we're gonna be going back to Sid, but I think she's gonna start to have more important implications because she says like, "Hey, once the Empire takes over here, like we're done. Like there's not much. Like my business with you guys is done." And she's the one,
Yeah.
obviously, that sends them to this like to Count Dooku's castle, which is insane. So it's like, if we're doing more of that kind of stuff, I'm good with Sid.
Well, and that's what Echo is getting at when he's talking to the impetus for the whole conversation that Omega overhears. Is Echo's like, we need more weapons because we have to fight the Empire. Like we got to fight
Yeah.
because it's getting worse.
Right.
And
right, right.
Hunter's like, listen, man, I just want to be a dad, but this is now Brent's in the chat. Ben, what you were saying, you're sort of disagreeing with Brent's take earlier about no development for the plot of the show. Like it's clearly developing this wedge within the batch itself.
Absolutely.
Where just the Empire itself as it grows is representing, it's going to divide these characters
And-
a little bit more.
It seems like most of them are on board with Echo too, because they're the ones that are behind Hunter's back. Are like, yeah, let's go do this job. Like, let's go.
I think everybody's in for the Sid move. People are in.
Sid
Yeah.
Star Wars story.
Chad's in.
As Chad mentioned earlier, AZ lives, and yeah, AZ's a bartender now, which I thought was funny.
love it.
And the Weegway and the Athorian, who they have names, but I guess I'm not sure if you guys knew about them. They were in the Trace.
Levi
and
is like, they're in everything.
well, they were like the two guys in the Trace and Rob
Yeah, I
episode
know,
who they
I
let
know.
out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they like show up, and I don't know. it's
I
fun.
think of them as the Bad Batch guys, but
Reusing assets.
The
Well,
Bad Batch.
no, but, like,
guys.
they're
canonically
just
the same
characters.
name.
They just like to hang out in Sid's like
Yeah, they're-
bar. It's funny.
funny
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, no Mantel mix
stuff.
this up. It's a
I
bummer.
know, bummer.
Bummer.
Bummer in the
0
summer.
out of 10.
0 out of 10, yeah. But you were
But,
saying
who?
Ben or
Who?
you or
Me? No, I think I was saying. Well, I was saying is that the whole fight for the Empire or sort of protect Omega thing was definitely set up a little bit last season too. We know that Echo is
Yes.
like
Sure.
we
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
you know, Rex is like, hey, like we could use some soldiers. Hunter's like,
Mhm.
I'm not so sure that's what we want to do anymore. But I don't know. There's obviously a split there, so I'm interested to see how that's going to develop down the line.
yeah, there was only like
And some
2
much
scenes.
needed Echo. What's it called? Echo
Yeah, Echo's
development
getting
is
something.
what we need from this season.
Yeah,
If-
and like we get to see his relationship with Omega more, which is something
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
always just been like, one of the
Right.
brothers.
And that's what I love. What he says. He's like, "Yo, if we didn't save you, like we'd probably be serving the Empire right now." So like,
Or worse, yeah.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Tech. So, my man broke his leg. Like,
Nemec.
oh, Tech
did.
was nuts. this
Hops
season.
on the E-Web, like shoots down the Republic gunship, or not, or the Imperial gunship rather. Like
I think
Like,
this
gets
is the
in, like, a
most
fist
badass
fight
that
with a
Tech has
dude.
been.
like limps
Yeah.
out at the E-Web and like shoots he faces the E-Web down. Like, my man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude takes out like those 3 guys just like alone.
By himself, yeah, with his one blaster and a broken leg here.
I've always said that Tech is an underrated pilot because I think people
The
don't
underrated
really talk
fighter.
people. I know, but now he's an underrated
Yeah,
fighter.
yeah. He's
And
an
even
all around.
we see the batch missing him, like when Hunter and Wrecker are like Wrecker's like, hurry up, you know.
Yeah.
Hunter's
I
like,
really-
he's like Tech usually
Hey,
does
but
this.
Wrecker
My-
got some Tech moment when he put together. He like used the battery or whatever
it's true.
to make the
From the ATT, yeah.
which is
AAT.
still funny because you know
Oh,
they're still
yeah.
using the
Young
the stuns,
broadcast.
and then he just pulls up with this literal tank and it's just like just killing people.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I don't think we'll ever. I know we said this last night. I don't think we're ever gonna see Tech have.
I said
a
that.
new arm.
I
know
said
you
that.
said that. You said that.
I mean Wrecker.
I don't
I
think
mean
it's gonna
Echo. I
happen.
mean
Echo,
Echo.
Echo.
An Echo.
So
Yeah. You think the
throughout
Hot
all
Toys
the
a
all the,
lot.
all the toys, there have been like Echo
a
like
lot.
it's like Inspector Gadget. Like he has like
Yeah.
a bunch of different types of arms. I don't think we're gonna see it. Ever.
It was just from concept art, and I don't think it's ever going to come to fruition.
I have
Well,
faith. I have faith
If
that
Echo can just get a normal hand again, which he could, I feel like it takes away a little bit from.
Yeah,
I
but-
guess he can still switch him out all the time, but
it's handy though.
It is handy.
Mm.
Ah,
It's
I see
handy.
what you did there.
no
I
pun
see what you did.
intended.
And
Or pun intended, I don't know.
where's Gonky?
It's
Dipped.
true.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miss MIA. Yeah.
He went to go
MIA.
help the war effort.
Mm.
Yeah.
I really liked Echo in this episode too. I mean, he was awesome. Like, he had a lot of good moments.
Yeah.
But I think the best stuff was his relationship and that whole conflict with Omega, with him kind of blaming Omega for everything.
Well,
It's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, he didn't. That's,
Not in the way that
Well,
Omega interpreted it.
I know. Yeah, I know.
He literally says, even in the opening conflict, he says, "We made the right choice to
Yeah.
We made the right
There's other
choice. Yeah.
things to do,
take,
but
to
we
take her from him."
still put us in this position.
Yeah.
He just, I don't even think that he just wants to do more.
Yeah,
He doesn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
he doesn't like that Hunter just wants to take a back seat. I mean,
Yeah, they're not
he-
trying to. They're not trying to ditch Omega off somewhere. They're just he wants to do more.
Yeah.
And I think they sort of subtly hinted at it this episode. I think we'll get sort of more about this, but sort of with Omega, just is she a soldier? Is she a kid? Like, how are they like bringing her up? And it's sort of a delicate line here where like she's sort of now coming on missions and like is in harm's way a lot.
Well, she's a
and this-
character.
Yeah, because here's the difference between Omega and Boba is Boba was always kind of been by himself, and so he's had to like adapt to his environments. But now like Omega is much different because she has a somewhat of a family.
Yeah,
or
like
a
5
group of
dads. So,
protectors. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 5 dads at least. So I hope they go like what
yin and yang type
a
route.
better route, like a more like not a okay, let's she's gonna be like, you know, an assassin when she's older kind of route.
Well, she's also a character who
Be interesting.
she hadn't touched dirt before until like a year ago.
Right.
She couldn't
We
touch
saw that.
grass. She didn't
Yeah.
touch
Yeah,
grass.
didn't
We really
touch grass.
saw
That's
the first time she even stepped outside of a lab. So there's
Yeah.
also that.
Cut
element.
LaQuaine at
It's-
3.
so she also has that very similar to Ray, that she sees everything
Fish
with
out of water type.
fish out of
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
type story, like you know when Ray's
Yeah.
touching the water and I've never seen much green in the whole galaxy. That
Yeah.
element to it as well. So she's really like a blank canvas where you're right. Boba
Yeah.
Boba gets boxed in by the legacy of his father, which you see in Book of Boba and like that, and with Cad and how he gets raised by bounty hunters and like he gets trapped into the box of wanting to be a killer. That's why I like
Mhm.
Boba so much, because the whole thing is he needs to break out of that. It took Boba Fett 30 years to break out of what Omega broke out of almost instantly, because she has this family, and
Yeah.
that's why I think so many people love the Bad Batch so much, is because all the 4 clones, you know, 5 if you include Crosshair, represent all these different facets of not only what her personality can be, but what a person can be, and that's what makes Star Wars like. This is why I love the show, and the show is very, very underrated. And the more I talk about it, the more I like it. I don't know. Not much like overall plot wise to dig into here. We can talk about Wilco a little bit more. Wilco.
Yeah, Wilco.
We didn't
Yeah,
even
new
mention
clone.
Oh yeah,
Wilco.
named
Wilco.
clone.
Short-
Another named
Short-lived, but new clone nonetheless.
Yeah.
Cool. We all liked him. I remember we all
did, we
like
built
said
him up.
multiple times. We were like, "I like this guy."
Clone. Yeah.
Wilco.
And we also
Loving
And then
Wilco.
at the end of Act 2, we were like, "Oh man."
Oh,
got some
man.
Rampart action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
Rampart was like, "Can you lie for me, please?" Like,
Literally, yeah. And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And he's like, "Okay, fine."
And
Yeah.
to see his body drop like that wasn't.
Yeah,
anticipated.
the shot of it. Yeah, we were talking about that last night. Yeah, the shot of his body falling off the ledge there, brutal.
yeah, it's
Reminds me
pretty-
of Clone Wars. It reminds me of how brutal Clone Wars would get, you know, in its dark moments. It was good.
Poor Wilco, man.
I know.
Yeah.
you know?
We
Guys-
thinking Wil-
Those clones are exactly what Echo was worried about. These are the guys who stuck with the Empire. At this point, now they're on like treasure moving duty on this. It's a year after the wars ended. Their Empire's finally getting the outer room, and they're moving old treasure out of some guy's basement, like the old guy's basement. And he's sticking with the Empire to the end. And you know what happens? The Empire just kills you. It killed you for no reason. He did everything right. Wilco did everything he was supposed to do.
It's
He
true.
stayed loyal the entire time to what the Empire stood for. And the guy in charge just murdered him in cold blood for
You got
nothing,
capped.
to cover up his own failure. Because the clones ultimately were just tools for Palpatine. They were just tools to manipulate the galaxy, and it's tragic. And like the show continues to. This is the dark times, much like Kenobi and Andor. The show is set during the dark times, so. This is why I feel that these characters outside of Omega are not going to make it to say Andor or to Jedi Fallen Order time. I don't think they have another decade left in them. I don't think they can fight for that long. I think I don't know, man. Maybe a
I don't
couple of
know.
them, but
yeah, you've been going hard on this. Listen,
I have.
maybe one character could die this ep. I'll give. I mean,
I don't know what season. I mean the whole show. I'm saying the
Season.
whole show. I don't
I
think
know.
they can make
Yeah,
it that.
Oh,
long.
yeah, okay. I'll give you that. Maybe a couple of them. But
I'd like to
the
see
whole
them.
thing, they can't stop fighting and make it through the dark time. Like, man, Rex has been around for so long,
Yeah.
so long.
I'd like to see them at least make it to, like, you know, the formation of the rebellion. That's my
Part of
goal
the
for
tragedy of Rex, though, is that he is like the last clone, and when you find them in
that.
Rebels,
No, I know.
those dudes,
No.
they tried to fight, it didn't work out, and they're like the last ones.
You're right.
So if it's also, it's sort of, it's not nearly as bad as the last of the Jedi you will be, but like if there keep being
Yeah,
more and more
yeah.
clones like around, like I'm like I don't know, like I like the fact that they
Yeah.
get used and
Yeah.
discarded, and it's sad, and Rex has
Well,
to
I know.
clear that.
They get used and discarded, and then they're sent out into the galaxy to find their own way. And this show has given us a chance to see
Yeah,
where
I
these
don't
different
know.
clones end up.
We'll see.
I hope they
You
don't
guys-
all die.
we'll-
That would suck. All of them? Can you imagine?
I think
That's
they all
not
die by the end of the show. I think they're all.
I mean, yeah. Ultimately, like you were kind of saying, it is from what we know happens, and this kind of happens in Star Wars a lot. It's not going to be a fully happy ending because obviously the
No.
Empire does succeed over them. And I mean,
Yeah,
like you said, we see that through
absolutely.
Rex, where he's like, "Yeah, we tried, didn't work," and that's kind of what
Yeah.
I imagine we're going to start seeing is that line with Rex and everything there.
Let me just throw this out there. Clone
You can throw it
Wars
out there.
animation Luthen.
That'd be pretty dope. I feel like I can picture it so well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
like
let
that.
me just throw that out there. Just
Okay.
I can see it. I can see it in my mind's eye.
That's what
I
I'm
got
saying. It immediately comes just
Mm.
let me just
I want to see Luthen do the
Just-
equation.
chew
That'd
on
be
that.
pretty cool.
chew
Yeah.
on that
I want to see him write the equation he talks about.
because
Right
who
on
knows,
that.
man? Who knows?
Last opinion.
Maybe he was working with the Bad Batch too during Andor
Yeah.
season 1.
It's a
I
big
assume he was
galaxy.
aware of them.
Bro, I feel
wanna-
like if he works with the Bad Batch, that almost makes it more likely they die. I feel like Luthen.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Luthen.
I'm saying
That follows that,
it's
man.
it's more likely to me that Andor characters show up in Bad Batch than Bad Batch characters show up in Andor.
Okay,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Even though,
understandable.
no, we're obviously pretty far back from Andor, but still.
Well, Brent, they destroyed the
Yeah.
cloning facilities, but all the clones are still in service. They're using
Yeah.
them until they age out, essentially. So
yeah, we saw a lot of them in these eps.
yeah, they're the only allegedly they claim to have evacuated the city. At least I know the Empire at least pulled out their military assets, but
Yeah,
we don't actually know what happens to the Kaminoans.
It's true.
Like,
Yeah.
Hopefully we see some of that this season.
Do you think they live somewhere else on Camino?
Well, even in Bad Batch season 1, we saw Borovio, the other facility that they had in the sky, where Cad Bane and that was abandoned.
It was like
So-
it was like a secret cloning facility.
Secret
Yeah.
cloning facility.
Yeah, and
Oh,
that,
Maybe
that
that's a
big
good app.
Kaminoan falls on Fennec.
ugh,
She
yeah,
gets all
Yeah.
slimy.
it's all slimed up.
And I think
Maybe-
I think I
Slimed
was
up.
I looked too much into that at the time. I was like Snoke. No.
No. However, I think that show could, as Brent just brought up,
eventually.
Tantus, I think we could get there.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So Tantus the
Yeah.
big sort of I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
after
Mr.
credits scene, but
Mr. Tantus. Sorry.
was last scene
Yeah.
of season 1. A little bit of tease. We see the Pershing fit woman come out
The Doctor, yes.
Yes.
with Nala Se. So
hmm
It's true. They're doing something crazy there.
Yep. Should be good. No, I'm excited to see what Tantus is. I mean, it was such a heavy tease at the end of last season, so I don't know where it can go. I mean, a leading theory is Grogu in some
hey,
capacity.
that's me and
like the
Levi's
Snoke
leading
stuff.
theory. You're like no.
Yeah, you're an anti. Yeah,
You're an
yeah.
anti-Grogu.
I've come around on it a little bit. I don't know.
I like-
I don't
I
think I was
like Grogu.
anti it, but
Yeah, yeah.
I just
yeah, you. were,
I
you
just don't know
motherfucker.
like how. I don't know. I just question like how connected they would make all that. But
Well, don't
think
forget
we'll see.
that these episodes are coming out on the same day where we're getting a Bad
I
Batch
know about the Mando
episode.
thing. Yeah.
Would
I don't
And
know.
I'm saying,
surprise
remember
me.
when I was
Could be.
walking home from school and I thought about Ezra fucking Bridger, and now
Yeah,
he's in
like
live action.
No,
So
it was
anything
like
can
this. It
happen,
was like
man.
this.
With the Forces of Destiny.
This little
lunchbox.
backpack?
I was,
With
I
your
was
little
thinking about,
backpack?
I was thinking about Force of Destiny. I went, ah, la, 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 la. I went, dude.
La 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 la.
Yeah.
Star Wars. Yeah, that's a good bit, dude.
Levi.
That's a good new Levi
That's a good
bit.
bit.
Levi
like that
walking. home from
Not cool,
school.
man. Not cool, man.
Not cool, man.
See,
Yeah, I don't
I'm on it. I'm in on the bit now. It only took like a year, and when I get
I
it,
don't know how, but anyways.
What is I don't want to get too far ahead, but what's the next episode
fine.
called?
It's
It's like the Lonely
the
Clone or something like that.
I thought it was Kong Conspiracy. Was that
No,
later
that's
in the
middle
I
season?
thought that was mid-season.
The
That was
Lonesome Clone,
mid-season.
I want to say.
Well, it's a Clone. I am fully expecting a Crosshair episode.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Even maybe
yeah.
a 50-50.
Jeez, I forgot you fucking.
50-50
Levi, Chad
split.
asked
was
how's
grade school.
how's grade school?
Great. Oh, it's good. I
Pre-K.
I took a nap today.
He a good
That was
day
it.
Yeah,
of
he's
pre-K.
just-
I got some milk and some
Yeah.
juice box. Took a little
Yeah,
nap.
fourth grade is almost over for him, but he's
I know.
getting
Dude,
through.
shout out to fourth grade. I was watching Clone Wars season 4.
Yeah,
all the time.
fourth grade.
Fourth grade
Yeah.
was probably lit. I don't.
This next week is the
Oh.
solitary clone, by the way.
Solitary Clone.
Solitary.
Yeah. So
Solitary Clone.
is the Solitary Clone Crosshair? Probably.
I mean,
that
makes
sounds like
sense.
Crosshair to me.
he is.
Yeah, that
he
makes
is a
sense.
Solitary
Solitary
Clone.
clone. Yeah.
Unless we're talking like Hauser somehow.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
want to see Hauser.
Ballast, Baja Ballast.
Or it could be
Baja
Baja
Cody.
Ballast, he's gonna
Oh,
come
no.
back, dude. Especially
Oh,
after.
Cody. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope Ballast is in this season, dude. He was.
Bro, I'm like still like
Sad.
wondering if Hunter just like painted his armor to like match Ballast or Hauser, I should say.
Yeah, that's so true.
Or if he like because when we first saw it, I sort of like it looked like it just was his armor.
Man was inspired.
And I'm like,
Baja Ballast is just sort of like Hauser's armor is just blue, like a teal.
Yeah, he's like.
no,
like a
bro, he is the
turquoise.
same. No, if he has he is the Hauser pauldrons, man.
No.
Yes, it's the same color.
Wait. Whose is the same color?
Hunter.
Hunter. He's saying Hunter. I don't know. Yeah. He's
Oh
saying
no.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I
Hold
mean, they
up.
are this. They are. I'm looking at
They look.
Hauser
It
right
literally
now.
looks like he took Hauser's armor off and put it on him.
No.
Yes, it does. Have you not looked at Hunter?
I have looked at Hunter.
I don't think
Yeah,
you
I
have.
know.
I don't think
Okay.
you watched
don't
these
know.
episodes. It's very obviously
It's the
Hauser's
same color for sure.
color.
It's
It's
not.
definitely-
I wouldn't
it's not
say-
the
Well,
armor
yeah, it's like
piece.
a similar teal. But
I wouldn't
think
say
it's-
obviously, but no,
It's
I
the
don't-
same color.
Well, here, can we show the audience here? Can we someone share
Yeah,
share a
I'll-
screen? Get a
Give me a second here. Then.
audience collective.
I don't see it, but
You don't see
Oh.
what?
I definitely see the color match. It's like it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm not
ripped
saying
straight
it
from-
is. I'm not saying it is, but
Yeah, well, okay. You said.
That's
I-
what you
like,
said, though.
You said it's like he took off his armor.
no, he said
and put
that's
it
what I
on.
thought when I first saw this. But obviously it's not because we haven't seen him.
Yeah.
wait. What's his other name? Ballast, and then
It's
what's
Hauser.
What's-
Hauser is his
Hauser.
real name.
Hauser.
weirdest
I
freaking
see
mix
what
up?
you're saying. I mean, it definitely is the same color.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it. I was saying initially I thought it was.
Yeah,
gonna be-
but Ben, his shoulder pads are white.
Yeah, but Ben just said he's not saying it's the same piece of armor. He's just saying the color is very similar.
yeah, it's like he got inspired, man. He's like, I like that.
He got
That'd be
Oh,
a
you got
cool.
pictures?
That'd be a
It
cool,
would be.
Picture?
cool tie-in.
Did you just pull up pictures? Did I just see that?
Yeah.
I was gonna pull them up.
Oh.
Do we
Well,
know
then
how?
how you were so slow?
Do we know how many months
I was gonna
after-
pull them up like this.
or how long
I don't
after?
know why you
season
just
one
not
this
doing
is?
that.
Every time I do that, I gotta put the overlay back on.
About
I
6
know,
months.
I did that.
6 months. All right. They had they
I
had
think-
some time there to redo their.
Yeah.
suits.
Oh yeah. No. This, to my knowledge, is about a year now after the end of the Clone Wars.
Well, yeah. I mean, do you remember? I mean, it seems like there's a time jump, especially from the conversation at the end of the episode, at the end of episode 2, where it's like, oh, like they've been long gone. Like,
Yeah,
I think he said something like that. I can't.
I think
can't
Johnny's
remember.
dad was in the background there.
Dad.
That's fun.
Yeah, he was. Anyways. But that was interesting. But yeah, no, definitely seems like there was a time jump. But it's official. It was a year.
I don't think we have anything official. That's just what they alluded
No.
to.
It could have been 7 years, and we're right up near.
Oh, Andor's about to happen.
Andor's about to happen. No,
And
obviously not.
Omega doesn't
Yeah,
age, I
Omega
guess.
would be all- no, I know, but it's gonna be weird to see them aging next to each other because Omega ages normally and she's older
Yeah,
than them,
yeah.
which is just like awkward.
Eventually, yeah. God, that's so true. I don't
Very
know.
confusing.
Now we forget that the Bad Batch are altered, but they still have the advanced aging. So,
Yeah.
Right.
They're like 5.
Yeah.
Omega is like 11,
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. So
I think
she's got more time on this world than them, huh?
And technically,
Much
obviously,
more.
technically, I think at this point she's 13.
You guys remember where people were saying that Omega was Phasma?
No, people said that.
Yeah,
The only thing is that like they sort of look.
just sort of like
That's awesome.
blonde hair.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
even know if like canon, like, oh, actually, I don't know if she's taking her mask off in a comic or something, but we don't even know if she looks like Gwendolyn.
She does. She looks like Gwendolyn.
I mean, we've seen
'cause
her eye.
Last
That's
Jedi.
the only-
Yeah, I know. We've seen her. Yeah, I know, but hair.
Maybe
knows?
she has like
She
crazy
looks
color.
like Gwendolyn.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
in this sequel comic that no one ever will read and no one ever
Captain
wants to
Phasma.
read.
Come on, man. Come on. I'll go grab it.
Come
myself.
on,
Oh,
man.
oh, yeah, go get that out. Go get that out. Yeah, do
I
it.
will. I will.
Okay. As he goes
Cannon
back to
ketchup
his
ass moment.
wall of cannon ketchup. That's it. Yeah. Thank you, Anchorman. Okay,
cool
I know.
color.
I believe it. I know. I'm talking under the mask. We've seen her fully mask
I know.
off.
I know. I'm just showing you that I have it. Captain Phasma. It's a great comic. Everyone should read it.
Don't read it.
Definitely read it.
Whatever you do.
Either way, though, obviously not Omega, not Omega, but I don't know. I mean, she could be around in the sequel era because
It's
she's so
true.
young now.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to kill a kid, so we will at least see her, or she should at least be alive in
I hope she's a
rebellion times.
long-lasting character.
I do too,
So,
because I think that you could interject
especially from what
her
we're saying
into a
earlier.
lot of like current
To a lot of
projects.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we could see her in Andor. We could see
Absolutely.
her in Boba. We could see her in a new sequel movie.
Yeah. We're running on 45 minutes here. Do you want to? Anyone wants to come
I'm
on?
just
for
looking
a
at my
bit? We'll
Phasma comic. Yeah, bring it.
talk about it. Yeah, Levi's talking about his silly
Yeah,
guy.
let's
Alright. Yeah,
can
we'll,
we- can we-
we'll
can
look
we
at that.
drop-
Look
we
at that.
drop the
people in here.
invite link.
I got that.
I got it.
Thank you, sir.
I got it. I said. Stop doing
Ah.
that stuff. I'm
No,
doing
yes,
it.
It's actually the Phasma face or Phasma that you see
Levi-
her like
Levi
most crazy.
bragging.
It's its Age of Resistance Phasma.
Levi likes to do that.
Phasma. Look at Levi
That's good.
bragging. I'll go grab it. You know I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
All right, but the link.
Yeah,
is in
anybody
the
wants to
chat.
come on,
Anyone wants
talk a little
to
bit
pop
about
on,
Bad Batch,
talk a
Let's
little.
do it.
whatever
Bad
else.
Batch.
How's your day?
We got
Oh, yeah.
Chad.
Stuff
I'm gonna
like
put
that.
Gunji on here to get rid of the overlay. Gunji's going away. What's going
And
on,
this.
Chad?
It's in this right here.
All right, Levi.
Levi,
Bitch
what's
son,
happening?
bitch son.
Nobody
Just
cares.
Put it away.
Get outta
Put
here.
it away.
Levi.
Get outta here,
Just
dude.
Nobody
put it
cares.
away.
Bruh.
Boo, boo.
Come on, man.
Nobody
To the
cares.
face. Cool.
Nobody
You
cares.
picked the wrong channel to
Nobody
be
cares.
on, buddy. Just
Just
kidding.
like these stupid arms.
Yeah, just like
things that I have
those.
for the
Just like
fuck-
those. You haven't even
the
opened.
fucking Hot Toys thing.
Yeah.
Great, I have. Great. They added that for an extra. $50.
I'm so excited for him to use them. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, I'm great excited.
Hey,
I mean,
we still got a whole season ahead of
Hey,
us to
I
get
mean, we
these
still
arms
got
going.
That's
four-
true. That's
Let's
the
do
only
have
thing
four
is.
episodes, or 14 episodes.
But it
for
also
the-
would be
but-
weird because Echo has a different look in season 2, but that's a season 1 figure.
Oh yeah, that's
so it
okay.
gets a little.
True.
Listen,
True.
I couldn't hear what anyone was saying, so I assume everyone was saying very nice things about all my series.
Yes, yeah, we were
Yeah.
we were saying how
Oh, you
great
don't know why
your,
you put it
away.
your
Oh, can't wait for
comics
you to
are.
watch
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why would
I
you
thought
do
we were
that,
just
dude?
talking about those. Your comics.
No, that's what. Yeah,
That's why
this
Chad
this
came
is
in.
what this is about.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I popped in. I
Talk
thought
Don't
about
watch
Phasma
that back.
Why
when you're out,
else?
You don't want to be disappointed.
Chad, how you doing? How's life?
I'm doing. It's a blizzard here in Minnesota, so that's always
Oh,
fun.
man.
Yeah, what's new?
Mm-hmm.
4 feet of snow. That's what's new.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
awesome. Love it. But Chad, we obviously know you're a Bad Batch fan. I mean, look at your headband after
Yeah,
all.
we got
Get those
yeah,
Welches
yeah.
out of here. My God, Levi's got me energy today.
Levi distracted today. Yeah.
Levi got me.
Very
Levi
Johnny
like me
energy
today.
From Levi today.
Yeah,
So.
but Chad, what did you think of the apps?
Oh, I loved them. I thought they were pretty good.
There you
Solid
go.
start for season.
Solid start. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think it's probably my favorite animation second season start.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a
I'm trying to.
that's a
what was
fun.
What was the first?
Well,
episode?
no. Clone Wars season
Clone Wars
2.
had Holocron heist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Holocron.
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
great
God.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, you can't really
Yeah.
beat out Holocron.
Sorry.
Can't beat that one.
I almost
Come
was
on.
like, oh,
what
but I
about
was like,
No, it was
Twilight
easily-
or Lothal Vader? You know, the invasion. of-
also, yeah, that's
Come
true.
on
You're
now.
right.
That was season
You're right.
1, I thought. Was that
No,
No,
it's
season 2. That was the beginning of season 2. The first time we saw Vader.
Nah, I think. No,
Yeah.
Vader showed up.
No, we
in
definitely
season 1.
No, it
Vader.
wasn't the first time we saw
Sorry,
it.
at the end, but then
you see Vader's legs in the end of season
Vader's-
1, and then
No,
he-
they fought Vader in season 1. It was
no, end of
No, that's the
first
Grand
beginning
Inquisitor.
episode of
That's
season
no,
the
2.
beginning of season 2.
because doesn't season 1 end with like Ahsoka coming down the ladder and
That's-
they're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
but Vader
so they
isn't
fought
in that.
Vader isn't
Ahsoka.
in that yet.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been
I
a while since
I
I've
think
watched
what you're
season one.
thinking of is Rebels did a weird thing where they would like put out the Siege of Lothal, which is the premiere of season 2, like
Mhm.
6 months before the rest of season 2 aired. So it would be like
Yeah,
season 1
true.
ended, then there was just the Siege of Lothal, like
Did
a
they?
TV movie. And then like 4 months later, they would the rest of the
I
season.
don't know. I watched it all on Disney Plus. That
Yeah,
was the
me
first
too.
one.
But I assure
even
you,
remember
Siege
that.
of Lothal is the beginning of.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this,
I'll-
Yeah,
this guy,
that is.
this guy,
I believe you.
I believe him. We believe
I
him.
believe you. I believe you. It's a solid start for season 2. It's probably one of my favorite.
No, it was very
starts.
solid. I mean,
Very
the
solid.
fact that we went back
Yeah.
to Dooku's castle,
Oh,
lay, or
that
whatever you
was
want to call
awesome.
it. Awesome.
I was not expecting that like to be the first episode. I was like, oh,
No.
okay, that was the first episode. We're starting there.
Yeah.
And
I know. I love and
a lot of the trailers were the first 2 episodes I noticed. I mean, there's some other shots, like obviously the Cody
Yeah.
and Crosshair stuff, but there's a
You
lot
were right.
of
I think there's a
dialogue
lot
that
that-
are
Yeah.
that was a lot of the first 2
Gunji, yeah.
episodes.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I was surprised about
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely. No, and I love, and I haven't said this yet, but I love how like, I hope this is a trend. Like they're doing callbacks to Clone Wars and like connecting things that maybe,
Mm-hmm.
haven't been explored. that began in Clone Wars and are hopefully continuing on in this show. It was very cool. I love it. Love it.
Yeah,
But,
I think they will go in a little bit deeper in
Mhm.
as the season goes along, obviously. And on Twitter today that next week is his favorite episode. So, and I
Who
know,
said that?
I think Corey,
Oh,
friend
okay.
of the show.
Yeah.
Who's
Friend
that
of the
guy?
show. Who's that guy? Yeah, shout
That
out
Corey,
Copper
that
that
Corey
guy?
fella, you know,
Never heard of him.
No.
Never heard of him.
that Corey fella. He's apparently very popular. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very
Doesn't
excited for
matter.
next week too. So
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I mean, obviously, I love the Bad Batch. Though I'll have to admit, I almost clicked on the Willow season episode 7.
I know. I haven't.
Literally,
I'm so behind. I'm begging.
I literally
I
almost
haven't had time.
clicked
yeah,
on it.
I
was like-
I
was like,
just watched episode 5,
Five?
Wildwood.
What'd you think
I
of that?
liked
You liked it? Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, they're-
It
the
was
show-
good up.
Low.
No, I thought it was
Not a big
great.
fan.
That's
Not
the
a big
lowest-
fan of the brownies though. I wasn't a big fan of the brownies in the first.
Oh, yeah, they're
In
kind
the
of
first in the movie either.
The what?
The
The
brownies.
brownies.
Johnny, come on.
The what?
They're
The what?
Mini
What?
people.
Yeah, they gotta
He
cross
doesn't
the
know. He hasn't
shatter-
seen anything.
Go to Immemorial City to risk to whatever bunch of random
Great
shit.
show. I gotta watch
Heads.
episode 7.
I haven't seen 6 and 7 yet, and I hear those two
Oh,
are really
6?
You
good.
guys
Six
some
is-
Willow watchers.
freaking
We
amazing.
are.
I am a Willow watcher, but
True.
I've been watching because I was with you guys for the last week, and I haven't had time to catch up on
know.
Willow.
I'm
sorry.
I can't believe that Willow almost beat out Bad Batch for you.
Oh,
Chad.
dude,
I mean,
it
obviously it
almost
didn't
did.
in the end.
It almost
but-
no, obviously that's Willow's line.
an
Like,
opener.
In the end.
yeah, obviously it's season opener. Plus, like I can't use Twitter if I watched Will instead of the Bad Batch.
True,
Thank
true.
you,
It's true. It's
thank
true.
you, people who post spoilers without warning you.
It's true.
People
It's
are-
true.
well, even when they do warn you, it's like I'm gonna see.
Yeah,
it
even
anyway.
it's like the picture. It's like
It's all the dots. It's like you're seeing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
and then,
Yeah.
and then there's the picture. They don't even cover it up. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, thanks, man. I
Yeah.
didn't
Well-
need to see
Well,
that.
Chad, what was your favorite moment of the episode?
I don't know. I do have to rewatch it. I watched it at like 4 a.m. this morning. So
Yeah.
downfall of having to
So
work
did we.
early in the morning.
Downfall
so.
of a druid.
Downfall
Yeah,
of a Druid.
great episode.
Something like that.
But yeah, I thought I liked them both. They were solid. I didn't realize the old guy had a name, so thank you for what was his name? Like Ramen? or-
Romar.
Romar.
Yeah,
Romar?
that's
Romar?
Ramen.
Romar.
Literally didn't know he had a name.
The toy maker, dude.
Toy
he's
Maker,
awesome.
Star Wars
Toy
Toy Maker in the Shrek Forest.
And the
Well,
Shrek Forest.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah,
speaking
I
of
forgot
speaking of
about that.
Shrek Forest, I hate to interrupt, but I do have to Shrek my way out of here.
Yeah, Shrek is way out of here.
I gotta Shrek my way out of here. But you guys
I don't know
keep
how
going.
that makes.
I was
know,
thinking
that
about-
that didn't
That was
work.
a bad
That didn't
segue.
work.
Terrible
Okay,
segue.
whatever.
That
Okay,
didn't work.
okay,
Didn't
come
work.
on,
Terrible
come on.
segue.
Watch
Terrible.
Bad
Get out
Batch.
of here,
Go,
dude. Just
come
just
on.
go,
All right,
man.
all right, all
Just
right.
go.
All right.
Get out
All
of
right,
here.
come on.
But the good news is, though, I think that we can swap
yeah.
out Levi Bond with another friend of the
It's
show,
another friend.
Agent
What's up,
Grogu.
Agent Grogu.
How's
Hey
it going,
guys,
Brent?
how's it going?
What's
Happy
up,
New
Brent?
Year, everybody.
Happy New Year,
Happy New
man.
Year.
Yeah.
New Year,
Dylan,
Brent
it's
Star
good to
Wars.
see you back, buddy.
What's up, Brent? Yeah, it's been a while, but
Yeah,
I
no, that's good.
had to come back for Bad Batch, of course.
Yeah, of course. I'm
Obviously.
glad
Brent, I
things
love the new background.
Look good.
Yeah,
What,
it's
the new
looking.
background?
That's looking good.
The shelves. I haven't seen
Oh,
the
the
shelves.
Yeah, yeah. I've
They look
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Some,
that's good stuff.
been doing some
Oh, yeah.
expansion.
They look
Cool.
very good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, guys. Cool episode. It's good to have Bad Batch back again.
Yeah. What,
That's for
so, as far my bad. As far as a start of the season goes, Brent, what do you
My
think?
bad.
I liked it a
Sorry,
lot.
sorry.
It wasn't my favorite of starter seasons, but it was still a really good, solid, two-parter. I mean, you really can't put one without the other. You need to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
through it.
I
Yeah,
definitely
but
one ep.
It was good. I actually I did enjoy the season series premiere a little bit better. I just like the fact that it
Yeah.
had this introduction level of understanding what I was more fascinated about how the Empire was infiltrated. This was more about the intensity of the Empire. One of my favorite scenes was just when the clones were just relentless on the Bad Batch, and it was probably the first post like Empire series of seeing how intense the Empire really is, and it's at its pace. We saw that
Yeah.
in the Clone Wars, and we haven't seen that kind of action and movement since the Clone Wars. And I actually liked all that because it was actually generally pretty tense when they were in the corridors and moving through Dooku's palace and all that. Great stuff.
Even on
Absolutely.
the streets, like they were being hunted.
Yeah,
Hunter
Yeah.
was being hunted.
Hunter was being hunted.
Yes.
yeah.
No, I loved all that stuff and like in that I don't know, like Ravine. It was like the wreck city.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that was
great,
awesome.
great
Yeah,
set
with-
piece for the destroyed, bombed
Yeah.
city, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
what happened to Camino.
Yeah.
Same thing. They're
Yeah.
just pulling up to these cities and just
They'd
destroying
just be
them,
blowing
all.
up places.
blowing them up.
Yeah.
Makes sense for the Empire to do.
It
not
does,
to
but it's sad.
not to defend the Empire. It makes sense that they would bomb
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Chad's an
Yeah,
Empire lover.
Yeah, tactically,
not-
absolutely. It's
Yeah.
cool.
There's
Yes.
a weird
Decision.
ring on my leg.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Anchorman in chat
There
about
you go.
the animation of looking at Dooku's lair compared to Clone Wars, and I loved how they upped everything so beautifully. You know,
Yeah, the
we got to
cracked
see what-
window now.
Yeah, everything.
we-
But just
yeah.
just the look of the land and the layout.
Mhm.
Yeah,
was
just the textures.
just-
Yeah.
the fact that what we saw before was obviously 10 years ago kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
um,
season 4, I think we had,
yeah,
we had
yeah.
decided. Yeah.
But it's
Serenos
nice to
never
see
looked
this-
better.
Yeah, Serenus. Yeah, it really looked beautiful. Just
Yeah, it
the
makes-
animation, everything. Yeah.
Makes you really want to see them finish the Dark Disciple arc.
I'd love to see them
It
go
does,
back.
doesn't
And,
it?
I would love to
After
see them
that-
go
after
back
that-
and redo Clone Wars animation all from
I
scratch. in
I
this
would
one.
I would
Oh,
die. if
yeah,
they- I
that
would
would be
was
so cool.
remastered.
Though.
I
Yeah,
would be
a
dying if they
remastered.
did that.
Yeah.
But
Maybe give it.
I'd
Special
die happy
edition.
if they
Maybe give it two,
if they finished all the arcs they were gonna do.
two
Yeah,
decades.
yeah.
to
Well,
get
that
the
too,
definitive,
absolutely, yeah.
Fully remastered Clone Wars.
Definitely
Oh,
probably
yeah.
the most hyped one was Dark Disciple, but there's there's some more other good ones.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
The Bad Batch on Kashyyyk.
yeah,
That would have been
Well,
cool.
which
I mean,
I've
we can- we
think-
can-
That may or that may
We
happen
can
too.
assume
but-
that's gonna.
no, I
happen.
think they're gonna reference it. I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
I don't think
Show
they're
it,
just
yeah.
gonna redo
I would hope
this
we're going to
episode.
Kashyyyk.
They're gonna-
Just, if we're getting Gunji.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
there-
they
there was
they
there
could
was
be
a lot
kinda
of shots
playing
on
it-
Kashyyyk. There was a
We
lot of
see-
Wookiees.
All
in the
all I
trailers.
want
I watched all
is-
the trailers. I know.
yeah. All I want is my Gunji lightsaber. I've wanted ever since they introduced the
I know.
wood element
Is
of the
someone making
lightsaber
one?
back in the Clone Wars. I don't know if they are or not, but
No.
It's a top. It's a
awesome.
top 3 hilt for me.
oh
bro.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Ever since they designed that, it was like I want a lightsaber that looks like Gunji's because it
Yeah.
is freaking
It's
cool.
awesome,
cool.
man.
It's-
Yeah.
The bark. The
Just the-
bark.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
the
it. Just the
rustic-
concept
Even
that
the
the actual
tree.
housing is bark of the tree
I'm
of the Jedi.
betting
Yeah.
you it's gonna be at Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, I hope
and
so.
the-
I
hope
would
that'd
by
be cool.
summertime.
Yeah,
By
Yeah.
summertime, I think it will be there.
And it's the
I
year
would
of
hope-
Gunji.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Solid.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gunji.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gunji.
We are
I
gonna
think
get
what-
Gunji popping
Guys,
up in.
Celebration, just that moment that everybody, the entire, to have it, in, like everybody on the chat right now, you don't understand how
That
awesome
was-
it was that when they showed this trailer,
very
and
lucky
the
to go.
moment Gunji pops up on screen, every's
Yeah.
like,
That
"What?"
trailer
They
was-
That was
went
that was the
nuts,
best
man.
crowd reaction
That,
of
think
that
yeah.
trailer was so
So
hype.
that trailer.
It was
yeah.
so
That trailer was
Cody
so
Cody got
A
Cody got
thousand-
all the love, but Gunji.
Oh,
It was a
fucking
much
really-
better
Oh, yeah, it was
trailer
all that
than
Gunji.
anything we'd have
It-
seen since.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
the best
I
trailer
agree.
they put out.
That trailer is so
It really
good. I
was
don't know
great.
why they didn't just show that one.
I agree.
Oh,
I
hands
agree.
hands down was like the best.
They like to keep it
Star Wars
exclusive,
trailer they
which
put
I
out.
understand because you're
Yeah.
paying for
Yeah, but
it.
even the
But
way it was
still.
just cut,
No, but it was just.
But
it
the way
was
it was
the
cut,
same
it-
footage.
No, but you gotta
it was
think
just
about
cut
it.
differently.
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah.
you're paying for a trailer too. But
Mhm.
anyways,
yeah. Well, it'd be one
Yeah,
thing if they
still.
showed different stuff, but it seems,
Palpatine
Yeah.
shows up at the end, and it's just like,
yeah.
yeah,
like
Yeah.
you don't expect it.
Yeah,
But
the
with
Yeah,
order
we're
that
excited to
they-
see Palpatine.
Yeah,
this
the one
season.
that
That trailer
the
was
release,
great.
you're
Yeah,
like,
he's just
oh.
sort of there. He's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
Palpatine.
like, oh, he's like in the
Even the
middle of it.
Gunji moment in the celebration trailer, it was like the music had it cut out, and he like
Yeah.
turns and he ignites
Yeah.
his saber,
Just
Yeah.
and the
everybody-
music goes
She
crazy.
is. It's like
It was like
so
it was a
cool.
reveal
Oh, it
moment.
It was such a
like
moment.
in the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah.
See,
No, it
Mando,
was
he's
great.
trying to do stuff, so I'm
Yeah.
okay
Was-
with that.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
anybody surprised at that they showed what they showed us celebration, that like small clip was the first episode?
I don't
yeah.
think we were
knew- I
surprised.
gathered
I-
that
yeah.
was
I
gonna be
think-
the
yeah, I
fucking
think-
scene.
We had guessed.
I assumed because
Yeah.
of Tales, because they showed up the first episode of
Yeah.
Tales too. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, why would they
I'm-
show us something like
I'm kind
mid-season?
of glad now that we've seen the first episode. They didn't show that first episode because if they ended the first episode
Oh,
with them
yeah,
Oh.
falling, and then you gotta
That
go,
would've
you gotta wait until
That
the
would've,
fall,
like,
and then they're
yeah,
like, no, you gotta
yeah.
wait
A
until
A little less than a year,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that, yeah, I agree.
I would
That
have been
would've
freaking
sucked.
out.
like
You're right.
6 or 7
No.
months. Yeah,
Yeah,
freaking
I didn't
out,
even
like,
think about that.
Are they
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Did they die?
That would have been crazy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny, actually.
I
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
for my boy Tech when he collapsed there, I was like worried for
Yeah.
a hot second. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh
We were
please,
We all were there.
Yeah.
please. I was like, my brain was like, did we see him in any like other points in the trailer that we haven't seen? And I was like,
my
oh yeah,
God, can
he's
you
like
imagine?
racing. He's
Yeah.
racing. That's right.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
killed. They killed.
Yeah, I
Jack
imagine he'll
Devil
just go to a. he'll just go to a back to tank and be fine, or maybe he just may have
Little
like a
duct tape.
slight limp
Yeah.
going
I
forward.
will
don't know.
say, when he was behind that tree and he was gonna try to, I did think he was gonna die, but I was like, oh, I wonder, like, certainly Echo or someone's gonna end up getting out and save him. It's like, nah, he saved
Mhm.
himself there,
Yeah.
and he saves
He's a
them in that
baller.
process actually.
Yeah,
He's a
Tech
baller.
went
I'm
so
just
hard in this.
Yeah,
wait for the freaking.
Yeah,
Hunter
great
to-
tech out.
Him facing down the E-web, just coming out from behind that tree.
Yeah, crazy.
I'm curious to see what
Yeah.
they do with the Wanda Sykes' new character.
V.
I forgot her name.
Yeah.
V.
Yeah,
V, is it? Yeah.
trustworthy pirate.
It was a very weird introduction and not develop anything apart from that.
She'll be
of her
back.
introduction. Oh, she'll
I
be back.
def-
I just
definitely will
don't
be
know
back.
in what capacity. Is she gonna be helpful or is she gonna be?
I think she's gonna
not
be
so
like
great
a new
as a character?
contact. Maybe
Yeah.
something similar to like
Yeah.
Sid.
Maybe.
Maybe they're not
Maybe.
gonna replace Sid with her, but like
Hey,
She'll
man,
be
she
around.
she flirts with
Who
Tech.
knows?
My man,
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
not
that-
only did
that
my
would
man
be-
Tech
yeah, I
go
noticed that.
hard, like he
Yeah,
also
I
he
noticed
got
that.
He
got
dropped
some
the facts.
female attention. Like
why wouldn't you though?
I
I think it went
I
above
don't
his
know.
head though.
I think arguably he's the
See-
least attractive of them. He's
See,
fine.
I mean,
He's
everybody.
one,
I
but-
just want a hug from Hunter or from Wrecker. Everybody just wants Wrecker to like hug you. But I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a smart guy?
yeah, it's-
He's over. He's
Yeah.
a
He
genius.
had no riz. I don't remember what he said back, but he
Negative
didn't-
riz.
He was
He
just
had
like,
no
oh, actually,
riz.
we all have brown eyes, so like.
Oh yeah, he's like, come
Right.
on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like actually, yeah.
I thought it was funny that Fee kind of called out that none of them look like clones
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's always been like something we don't talk about.
Hunter's the only one who really looks like a clone, but he has obviously
Echo.
face paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, well,
I think
it's
And
okay.
Echo.
obviously
Echo's
Echo,
Echo-
totally
Echo
clone.
kind of also doesn't look like a clone too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the additional piece for Echo's helmet and everything too. I like how it's. If you noticed, it was his back piece, which is on his head
Yeah.
here, and the
Yeah.
helmet. It is designed just to clip on and match.
Yeah,
in. It's
that's-
actually
that's
a
always
I'm
been
cool
surprised.
design.
You, yeah,
Always
you,
been-
you
Brent,
didn't
that's
remember
always
that
been like
whole controversy last year?
I got the hot
about-
toys.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes,
Everyone
yes.
is like, how does he get his helmet on?
How does
he get his?
And
Yeah.
then it just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
like little hydraulic lifts.
Yeah,
over it.
no, it's great. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, that's
Looks
cool.
great.
It's pretty sweet.
Still-
No, but
still not a
Dimes
fan
asked a
of-
good question here.
Hmm.
I don't
No.
think we're gonna see
No.
Cal Kestis in
No.
Bad
No.
Batch. However, I do think
Yeah.
maybe Bad Batch will be in Jedi Survivor.
Survivor does
Just,
not come
just like
out
Saw was.
until March, which will be Bad Batch will be coming out simultaneously. So
I
they would
get-
not
I
spoil.
can see it happening.
But Cal
I'll be
is
honest.
gonna be young on
Yeah.
Baraka
I-
at this point.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
see the Bad
Yeah.
Batch popping up in. I know this is the inverse, but Johnny was just saying. I don't see the Bad Batch showing up there either. I think Bad Batch might
Yeah.
be one of the things they don't show them in the future, just to leave some level of like, oh, you don't actually.
yeah,
know what's
because-
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because-
Also, I think the same thing with Cal. Like Cal.
Yeah.
you were
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, yeah.
Like I think they're gonna let EA finish the story, what they have.
Right.
Yeah. That's fair.
And then Cal's gonna show up in like
True. Thing
Mando or
is,
something
yeah.
like that.
I only said the Bad
Uh,
Batch
Do
thing
you
because
think,
like
or do you think they're
Cal
just gonna
Cal
drop him in this
cannot be
brand new
alive during the
series?
OT, unfortunately.
no, I don't want him.
I don't want much. I love the character, but there
I mean,
were
it
a
could be-
lot of rumors flying around about 6 months ago that like Cameron was signed on for live action Star
For a
Wars.
show.
I mean,
yeah.
Why wouldn't?
and it can still
Why
happen
wouldn't?
without.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, without
Is there-
without them hurting the all these Jedi in New Hope or whatever walking around. I think they can still do
Yeah.
that show and stuff.
I wanted him in Andor. I
Yeah.
think he'd fit into Andor.
Yeah, that'd be
perfectly.
sweet. Yeah, yeah.
I want him
Especially-
if they do a Kenobi season 2. I'd want him there.
But Survivor is gonna come and go, and he could even die at the end of Survivor. But
It's possible.
which I
yeah.
don't
Sure.
think so. I think there was a 3-game deal. If
3-game
I
deal.
remember right.
Yeah.
If I remember,
I think
right.
they
I could be
do
wrong.
want to play out the story.
No, I
could-
think you're right though.
You got to consider the fact there were so many people, so many Jedi that went through obviously the path, the path
The Purge.
from Kenobi.
the path and
Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Oh, the path.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so
okay.
there was all these Jedi randomly around. They just were going into hiding and
Yeah.
passing through there. So it's like,
Yeah, that's
it seems like
that's all
anyone
fine.
like Cal
Yeah.
Pretty much up
Because
until
I assume they all
Yoda
die.
goes-
You're like, yeah.
Yeah,
Until
Yoda's,
like-
We assume-
Yoda's just
or-
nuts when he says that there's
or they,
that Luke's the last Jedi.
yeah,
Right.
or they give up the Force.
one more
They-
there is
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually like 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Well, I think Luke is the only tangible Jedi, though. I mean, I know this can be debated. Like,
Yeah.
Ezra's gone or whatever. Ahsoka isn't actually a Jedi. I mean,
Oh,
Again, no, she is. Again, but like,
I-
how
not
much
that
does
I-
how
yeah.
much does Yoda know? Like Yoda,
Yeah, that
Yoda
too. He's just been
Yoda
chilling.
literally last Jedi he saw before. Well, he sent himself to Ezra,
Yeah.
but he also like the last other Jedi that he saw was Kenobi, right?
well, he
So-
also knows Ahsoka's alive.
Well,
and plus,
we don't know. I mean, there's still a
Does he though?
Yoda story to be
Does he
yeah,
told.
though?
because he talks to Ezra
Yeah.
oh, true.
in that.
But
Yeah.
again, like Yoda's, he's an idiot. He doesn't know a whole lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think
He's the
yeah, I
main
think-
reason why the Jedi fell, or one of the reasons. Him and Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Yoda would commune with whoever got in contact or tried to get in contact with him,
True.
the same way that
Yeah.
he did with Ahsoka and
But
Ezra and all that. It makes sense.
But again, there was like what they say, like 10,000 Jedi in the galaxy or whatever, like 100,000 Jedi. You kill like 99% of them. You got
Right.
1%, which is still like a lot of people.
yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Yeah, and I think where we're at right now, as far as we know about surviving Jedi during the OT, there's not an issue. But
yeah.
when you start adding up, you start stacking it up, it just takes
Yeah.
it takes away a little bit more and more and more.
Yeah, they have
does- Go ahead, Neil.
they have done a good job at being like, okay, yes, this Jedi's alive, but like, there's no possible way they could, be around or anyone knows.
Yeah,
him.
I mean,
So-
Rebels.
Yeah.
Like Ezra is very
Yeah.
much the like conveniently hyperspace
Out of place.
out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
OT.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
we were watching the episode the other day. We were
Yeah,
just
it
joking
does.
about-
It does make no sense when Luke makes his Jedi temple and he's like the only master there, and then they're like,
Yeah.
nobody else was like, hey, this guy, same name as the guy who betrayed us all,
Yeah.
killed us all.
Well, they might be around. I mean,
His-
we only see that
his
for,
son,
like, a
apparently.
handful.
Yeah,
So-
but they don't go and train
Hmm.
or go and like
Yeah.
help. Just kind of makes no sense.
Yeah.
These
He's,
are
like, the
these
only
are
one there.
questions
But
that are just
Yeah.
gonna have to be answered.
Maybe
so.
there's-
Sure, Filoni
maybe there's
knows.
another.
Yeah, and I think there are
Hopefully we'll
answers.
get answers in
somewhere.
Ahsoka. Well, hopefully there'll be some at least. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Bad Batch though, great show, loved it.
Yeah.
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch.
Yes,
Can't wait
Bad
for
Batch.
more.
Back to the Bad Batch though. Great.
Good.
No, I'm
good.
excited for the rest of the season. This is a good
Yeah, me
start.
too.
It's a good
Yeah.
start. It's a good start. Yeah, I
Theories
don't
for
think there's-
next week, Chad and Brent.
Yeah, theories. Yeah.
Oh yeah. For next week?
Yeah.
No idea. I mean, I assume it has to be Crosshair because it just makes
gotta
sense to follow up on
what the
his
solitary
story.
clone, right? That was-
Solitary
Solitary
clone,
clone, yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, it's got to be something. with,
Crosshair.
Like,
Crosshair
I-
is a solitary.
It's got to be
clone.
something with
Yeah.
Crosshair.
mhm.
So
But
maybe.
if you also notice, it's like the titles of these two episodes were kind of like very. It showed different parallels of its meaning, basically. So I'm assuming that some of these titles will have double meanings inside of them as well as we come into the season.
Sure.
So
Mhm.
part of it's got to be Crosshair, but then part of it's got to be something else that's going on in parallel, hopefully in tangent. So we'll see. We will
Yeah.
see.
True.
I'm guessing.
True.
But
Sure.
we all liked it.
Yeah.
I'm still not hot on the Echo. The new
Redesign?
look Echo. Yeah,
Really?
redesign.
It's funny. I
Interesting.
think last night.
I like
Looks
everything.
fun.
nice.
Johnny and Levi
Look at
sort
the
of had a turnaround on it after watching the
There-
episode.
I think I'm with you, Dylan. The comma is just a weird. It's if they kept it black, I think it would look fine. Kept it
Yeah, I
black or
agree.
like maybe made it gray.
I just think the red
brown looks weird.
the red undersuit's awesome.
the red undersuit looks great.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that undersuit look that they had.
Yeah.
The real question
have.
though, how do you guys feel about Omega's helmet? Because Johnny and Dylan are down on the helmet.
Doesn't bother
I'll-
me.
I love the helmet. I'm,
It
like
doesn't
up.
bother me. It doesn't bother
I
me.
like it.
I'm up on helmet.
Hey,
She
at
needed
least
a helmet,
they gave her
man.
like.
It's like a hat, though. It's not really a helmet.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
like
like
a-
I know
Yeah,
but
because
at least-
she's like a little girl. They can't put her in a clone helmet.
I just
Hey,
would
at
like to have
least-
seen
at
the
least she
story.
decided, at least she decided to wear something different than her
Yeah.
Camino pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like the the actual outfit, but I
I
don't
love
know
it.
if
Omega's
the-
never.
the hat.
She's pretty nice with that bow.
Ultimate
not gonna
fit.
lie, like,
Oh, she's great.
yeah,
I know.
she is-
Because
she's
Sid,
like-
because
she-
Sid
Of course
taught
she
her.
is.
She hit a couple of those crabs. Like,
She was
Yeah.
going-
Yeah, and I like how this actually I don't even know if you brought this up. I like how just Omega's like learning like just
Yes,
about, you know,
yeah.
the greater
Yeah.
galaxy.
Even-
and
Yeah,
everything.
see
we get
that
that whole
development,
thing with
yeah.
the, you know,
Pretty
he's just learning
resourceful.
about all the
Studying.
ships, and then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure that
it's,
will
it's
that'll
still,
have even more
still on the
payoff.
ship. It's
Yeah,
simple
yeah,
as that.
yeah.
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 It's really good character stuff. This is mostly a
Yeah.
character episode. There's not too much to dive deep in on lore and such.
Right.
Right.
Besides what we see going on in Sereno.
Dooku,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
just
think a
can't wait.
great,
Keep going. Sorry.
just a great start for setting
Yeah.
up the arcs for each character
Mhm.
this season.
Yeah.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I just can't wait to see the eventual, like what it all adds up to for Omega, is where she's essentially, I don't want to say she's all of them combined, but she's going to be the teachings of all of them combined. You know,
Yeah.
she's going to
Yeah.
learn as she's a kid growing up.
Yeah,
and she's
she,
going to be able to
she
do
get
all this
buff
crazy
like
stuff.
Wrecker.
Yeah, she's just gonna get, because that was always the theories. It's like, oh, what is different about, like, there has to be something about
Well,
Omega.
yeah, everyone
Like,
thought she was like force
Right.
sensitive because
Yeah.
I think just
I never-
ultra
I-
high perception.
yeah,
Perception is what it is.
My
It's
theory was that she
genetic.
was
She's a
all of
child.
them. I think it's
She's a
literally
child.
just that she is a mutated.
she has
clone
the
in fact that
crosshair
she-
aim, but I don't know. She doesn't have the like electromagnetic like sensory
Which
stuff.
you only see Hunter
Yeah.
use like once in the.
Yeah, I
whole
know, it's
episode.
so
He
weird.
never
Yeah.
uses it again.
It's such a weird.
Yeah,
He's
that was a.
He's got
yeah.
great senses, but he never
I-
uses them.
I literally rewatched the whole first season. again.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
oh wait a
oh, you
minute,
never
he's supposed to have
weird
these hypersenses,
throwaway
and he never
line
uses
where
them.
they're like,
He
yeah,
used
Yeah.
it one time.
Yeah.
He was like
Like
picked up a
electromagnetic-
rock or something.
Yeah.
and he
Yeah,
was like-
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
the thing is over there.
He can
was
feel
in the
he can
Clone Wars
feel the
episode.
vibes across the planet. It's
But you
like,
know, she's
no, he can't.
he's tactics too, and we saw Omega being really good at the space chess game. I'm forgetting the name of
Yeah.
Right. The only thing she needs to get is just huge, like
strong.
buff.
Yeah. And she needs like a
Buff.
robot. She needs a robot arm so she
Yeah,
can
yeah,
be like
yeah.
Echo.
eh,
Robot arms that like she actually can use. Then
Yeah,
you
like-
imagine,
Yeah, yeah, a bunch
not-
of different
and
ones.
then when you get the hot toys of her, it
Mhm.
they don't.
It'll
You
come
can
with
actually
Yeah,
use
yeah,
them.
it's
You can
actually-
actually use them
Well,
It's
that's
an
what makes
Omega
sense.
build a
you
figure
having
actually.
like $30 of extra pieces that you don't freaking use.
Yeah,
that aren't even canon.
it's true.
It's weird.
yeah.
It's weird. That Echo figure is good. Is good though.
Oh, he's so good. I got my
All the Bad
my
Batch hot toys are
hunter
pretty
my
good.
hunter one
Yeah.
is preparing the ship, and I just need them
Mhm.
to figure out the face sculpts of Wrecker
Wrecker and Tech.
and
Oh,
Tech, because that's why they're delayed, I think,
Oh,
or
really?
not
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
put out for That's why a Crosshair took forever,
Yeah.
because their
Looks
faces
good, though.
look so different though.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
been going a little over an hour here, guys.
Yeah.
I think we covered it.
Any last thoughts?
ratings. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys gave ratings or not. I
They
might have missed
did,
that, but oh, they did it. Okay.
8 out of
Give
10.
'em
I
live.
think 8 out
Yeah.
of 10 was
8 out of 10 is where I-
Yeah,
8/10.
7.5 for episode 1 and 8 for 8 for episode 2 for me.
Solid start. A solid start.
I'll give
solid
it time. I'll give it time to.
Yeah.
Excited for the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
Excited
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
It did its job of getting us
Yeah.
excited for this.
Oh,
season.
totally.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
But,
well, thank you
well,
for
anyways,
joining us, guys.
thank
Give us
you,
your
thank you.
thoughts. Thank
Yeah.
you to the viewers for watching this evening. We will be doing a podcast on Monday. It's been delayed. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some things in the works.
we got some things in the works. Holiday
I
special
can't wait to
soon.
see.
Yeah,
I
the
know
holiday
nothing
special is
about
gonna be
this
great.
either. It's like I love not knowing anything about.
I
This.
know.
I can't wait to see it.
But have a good night, guys, and let us know what you thought about the episode if you're watching this in the VOD in the comments. So.
See ya.